Hi, heathens. So, we are going to do a little get ready with me chit chat about New Year. Hi, baby. Chit chat about New Year's and resolutions. And I'm going to try to not be too hard on myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm going to put a big disclaimer here. I do diagnosably have an anxiety disorder and I battle depression. So there are some day to day tasks that become very overwhelming for me. So my biggest New Year's resolution is try to find ways to combat that. So now that I've got that out the way, I'm not going to be a full negative Nancy. I'm not going to dwell on that, and we're going to get right on in. Clearly my eyes are kind of done. I've got some good old fashioned liner on. I use the Hollywood and Vine Velvety Touch Smooth Kohl eyeliner, and it's just a regular like pencil liner, and I've got the Betty Boop and Ipsy mascara on. I love a good line like this because it kind of takes me back to my high school days, because for those of you who don't know me, I was like a hardcore emo kid, like full raccoon eyes and all black and hoodies in the summer, bangs that covered my face, and something about doing an eye like this where it's a little more updated but still has that feel is just very comforting to me. So anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I did try to film this before, and I'll insert here. I was just being negative and nothing turned out right. I'll insert like here what the eyeliner started out looking like. I tried to fix it, and this is what it turned into. Both of them were just horrendously bad, and we're not gonna do that. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out winged liner anymore, so we're not gonna do it, and I'm just gonna stick to pencils until I can figure it out. I'm gonna use the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made in L20, which is light ivory, which is not the shade that I had been using, but I'm hoping may match me even better, because this is the one I was using, L10, and it's a bit more yellow toned than the other one. So I'm hoping maybe it'll look a little better. Not that the other one ever looked bad to me, but I'm trying to figure out what undertone I actually am. So while I do this, we're gonna talk. So, oh my gosh, it's 2020, you guys. Like, what? So a friend showed me a post earlier while I was at work, and it was kind of disturbing because, oh, also my lips are purple. We'll fix that by adding more purple. So don't worry about that. Just deal with them being purple for now. Anyway, so the post stated that 1990 is officially now as far away as 2050. So, yeah, let that sink in. I was really, really a little bothered by it for a little bit, because as someone who was born in the 90s, not in 1990, but in the 90s, thinking that we are almost as close to 50-50, good God, no, 2050 as I have been alive. Like, I, I don't know, just something about it really baffles me. So, anyway, now that we've gotten that out of the way, New Year's resolutions. So, obviously, my biggest one is to work on, some of the personal issues that I face every day. They're not things that, I can just snap my fingers and be rid of, but they're things that could find ways to combat and ease, and just in general have an easier time dealing with. So that is one of my biggest resolutions, is to we've got some transfer all of a sudden. One of my biggest resolutions is to find ways to kind of cope with general everyday day-to-day stress. Um, my face is looking super cakey right now. I don't know, like this is super dewy, almost like I've already got highlighter on, but then all around my nose and my mouth just looks bad. That's really strange. I don't normally have that problem with the foundation. Obviously, I'm not used to using the shade, but even so, the shade really shouldn't make a difference like that. So anyway, one of the things that I was going to do is something that I did last year, but actually like force myself to stick to it, and that's to get a planner. And I'm really only getting it to keep track of like goals, because I'm really hard on myself when it comes to like exact stuff. Like if I tell myself I have to get X, Y, and Z done, and then X and Y get done, but Z doesn't, I really beat myself up over it for no reason. And since I have a full-time Monday to Friday job that's outside of my house, it's 40 hours of my week is already accounted for, and I can't do anything about it. So sometimes I'm a little too hard on myself trying to think that, you know, after work I need to get X, Y, and Z done when there are only so many hours left, and obviously I have to sleep. So that's something that I want to work on. I'm going to go ahead and put the lipstick back on because this like half purple nonsense is driving me nuts. And this is the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Scandal. It's got a really gorgeous sparkly purple component. So that way I can keep track in this planner of like what days I need to film, what days I need to edit, what days, like if I have an idea of a video to film, putting it in there, kind of keeping track of it. And that way it's just a little less hassle. But I can also keep track of like has to be done versus like what I'd like to get done. So like on an average work night, I have to cook and do dishes. I would like to go through old clothes, or I would like to deep clean the bathroom, or, you know, wash my car, whatever it is. And it's like, if the light gets done, awesome. If not, it's not the end of the world. And I feel like that would take a little pressure off of myself, but also make me proud of the ones that I did get done because they had to be done. So I'm hoping that that'll help a little bit. I'm about to go in with the Park Avenue Princess bronzer from Tarte, and I'm using a BS Mall brush, the angled face brush. And then one of my other resolutions, which seems to be everyone's resolution and always falls through, is to get in a little better shape. Like, I'm not going to set a weight goal or a size goal per se, but I want to feel better. I want to have more energy. I want to actually start going to the gym again because I hear that can actually help with mental health as well. I just want to overall feel better. I want to sleep better. That kind of thing. So, tell me, what is your New Year's resolution, or do you even do resolutions? Some people don't, because if you don't succeed, like, it can be kind of disappointing. So some people don't, and I totally get it. But mine isn't just a New Year's resolution, it's like a life resolution, so to speak. So we're gonna see how it goes. If anyone has any tips on motivation or things that I can reasonably do throughout the week that I would have time for, along with everything else I do, you know, just to help kind of refocus and re-energize. I work normal business hours, so like 8 to 5. I'm usually there. Whoa, that's a mess. I'm usually there by 7:45 and home between 5 and 5:30, just depending on how the day has gone. So throughout the week, I pretty much only have from say 5:30 to 10 to like do anything. And then I have the weekends. Now, the other catch with that is that right now my boyfriend works nights. So on the weekends during the day, I have to kind of be careful of what things I do around the house so that I'm not making too much noise because he'll be asleep. So, you know, not making excuses for myself, but there are a few limitations that I do want to address. Because it does kind of limit. I broke my stupid nail. I don't know if you're going to be able to see where it's broken. I trimmed it down so that it wouldn't catch on stuff as easily, but it still is. It's stressing me out. So yeah, enough about me. Tell me what your resolutions are. I'm looking for a blush and I cannot find it. Like, I'm looking for a specific one. Here it is. I'm going to use the Ofra Madison Miller blush, All You Need Is Love, which is this like gorgeous peachy color with a little bit of shimmer. But it's really pigmented, so you gotta be really careful. So if anyone would like to share their New Year's resolutions, I'd love to hear it. My other one, sorry to talk about myself again for a second, is to grow my channel, because I want to be someone that people trust and want to see, and like, even if I'm not the best at what I'm doing, I want people to know that anything I'm saying is genuine. Even if it's a brand I really love, even if I get a box from Influencer, like, I'm always going to be real about my thoughts on what I'm using. And I want people to trust me, and I want to build relationships with everyone who watches my channel. I feel like we're all friends. I feel like I get to know y'all, especially those of y'all that keep coming back every single video. Y'all know who you are, and I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I know I have a very, very small subscription count compared to some other people, but I really appreciate every single one of you, and I just want to continue with that. I'm going to take the CoverGirl True Blend Super Stunner palette, and I'm going to use this really light yellow gold shade as highlighter. So anyway, back to you. Tell me your resolutions. I want to help find ways to achieve them. I want us all to help each other, which is why I asked for like the motivational tips. It's not just for me, but if someone else is watching this and is like, oh, I have a problem with that too, and anyone has any, you know, tips or tricks that work for them, someone might see one of those and go, oh my gosh, that's what I need to do. And that's the kind of people I want to have on my videos. I want us to help each other grow and learn, whether it's makeup, whether it's life, you know, whatever it is. So let me know your resolutions and how you plan on achieving them. I think that's really important, is to actually have an idea of how to achieve the goals you set, because having goals is great, and you know, I don't know how else to say it's great other than it's great. There's nothing wrong with setting goals throughout the year, not just at the beginning of the year, but it's a lot easier if you have an idea of how to accomplish them, so that you're not stuck scrambling and trying desperately to like fill a void. So yeah, let me know. I'm gonna spritz this and then I'm done. This is kind of just an updated version of a look that I would have done in high school. Even though in high school it would have consisted of only the foundation and the eyeliner, maybe a little bit of mascara, and my eyeliner would have gone all the way around everywhere. So it's a little more updated, a little more modern, a little more my current taste. I'm trying to get used to blush and bronzer. This highlighter is beautiful. I don't know how I got into highlighter so quickly, and everything else just kind of fell to the wayside. But anyway, I hope that for everyone out there, everyone you love, everyone you know, that you have an incredible year. I hope that anytime you get down, you know that there's an up. And if you ever just feel like you don't know what to do, don't hesitate to reach out to someone, because there is always someone who is willing to listen and wants to help. So, in this on a sad, sappy note, I love you all. I hope for a great year. Let me know what you want to see on my channel from me this year, and I will do my best to try to accommodate that. Let me know what you think of this look, this updated look. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more of my content, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!